Today, I'll be talking about your organizational needs. Obviously, they're different in each organization, and even different for different groups within the organization. The measures available must be key to your organizational needs, but typically they relate to delivering and or maintaining quality software at the lowest possible price, and certainly meeting the needs of the organization. Next, I will identify characteristics of legacy systems, which may still be efficient, although they're old. Then I will talk about your current IT needs, what systems you must be on top of, as well as those that might be outsourced. I will quickly identify why we need measurement, but I'll spend the bulk of this presentation on reviewing application and project attributes that significantly impact your capability to develop and maintain software. Finally, I will provide David Consulting Group's collection of delivery and support rates based upon the delivery of about 8,200 projects and the maintenance of about 6,100 applications over the last 3 years by our clients. What are your organization needs? In a recent Forrester survey, only 15% of IT leaders declared themselves to be fully aligned with the business. Business executives paint a similar picture. Nearly 80% of the 600 business executives who responded to Forrester's third quarter 2008 North American Business Outline Survey ranked IT somewhat to critically important for key business activities, such as lowering the company's operating costs, improving workforce productivity, and acquiring and retaining new customers. But less than half of these business leaders saw IT as doing well to excellent in supporting these needs. So let me repeat that. Less than half of those business leaders saw IT as doing well to excellent in supporting those needs. IT leaders told Forrester that improved perception of IT is driven first by IT doing a good job, like improving systems and network reliability, increasing IT process quality and consistency, and managing project execution, which seems to be a very difficult job. But beyond doing a good job, business perception of IT is improved by effective metrics and IT value communication. Only a third of IT leaders in that Forrester survey measured post-production to see if projects delivered the value that business cases anticipated, and less than half that number, in other words, a sixth, track IT's operational costs associated with enabling key business activities. Best practice chief information officers add business value to IT's work with other organizations. Both IT's internal customers and external partners and customers to involve business in how IT manages its relationship with internal customers. These CIOs are embedding key IT staff in business teams, including relationship managers, business analysts, and project managers. By enriching key IT demand management processes like IT portfolio management and chargeback, these CIOs create the transparency and predictability that enable business leaders to make decisions about what IT spends. To keep our jobs, we must deliver perceived value to satisfied customers or stakeholders by performing better and faster with improved quality and lower cost. We should all be implementing continuous process improvements that will aid us in improving quality delivered, reduce the time to repair in a maintenance mode, and decrease application downtime. Some comprehensive measures we might consider include business-related measures that measure the impact of IT on the business, such as unit delivery costs, what it's made up of, which is predominantly labor costs of our people operating on either the development or maintenance team, time to repair, or the actual amount of calendar time it takes us to fix something after it was reported as faulty. Customer satisfaction. What the customer thinks of us and the system we delivered is not directly linked to defects, but includes usability and performance considerations. In other words, the speed that we operate on, whether the keys work properly within an application, what it is that they expect us to deliver, and how well we did at delivering it, regardless of the defects, but they're also a major part. Process-related measures. They might evaluate how effective our process improvement activities have been within IT, how integrated they have become in our overall development and maintenance activities, and how compliant they are with their own little groups with regard to organizational directives or implementation. Finally, maintenance measures measure such things as repair tracking, downtime, and change management that tell us how well we're doing. And change management is critical because as we incur change in our development process, it also changes the amount of time that we're expected to deliver in, or the amount of effort that is involved in that particular change. So we need to keep track very thoroughly of change management. Obviously, there's an unlimited number of measures. I've listed just a few examples, most of which belong to maintenance. If we were reviewing development, we might also consider size, the effort to deliver, calendar time to deliver, and the defects that were corrected on delivery or those that remained after delivery. Stable applications, which do not require a lot of adaptive maintenance, typically require very limited corrective maintenance. Defects surface typically when we make changes to a system. Legacy systems typically have older source code languages. They are usually larger systems, or those that are not easy to replace, in highly structured environments with either a high financial or a safety risk in delivery. There's usually a significant amount of software and hardware integration involved, integration with other applications and other systems. Our legacy systems are typically not well documented because they're older, and those with frequent enhancements are strong candidates for outsourcing with fairly well identified resource requirements. In other words, we know how much time it takes us now to maintain the system, so we should have a good idea when we outsource of how much time whoever we hire to do the outsourcing performance should take and the cost involved. So we need to place a stake in the ground, essentially, knowing how much it costs to expect what we can from the people that are maintaining our system. So what are your organization needs? And in particular, your critical organization needs, particularly today in the current business environment. What are new business opportunities or even requirements brought on by the now government interference in what organizations are doing? Everything seems to be changing, leaving us with quick time-to-market development projects. In other words, projects that we need to get out the door quickly. Certainly, the use of higher-level source code languages and the use of agile methodologies or some aspects of it assist us in getting those projects